Robbie. We got some COVID going on in Florida and Texas. What's happening, buddy?
Well, it's more in the schools right now. So, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis mandated last week that school districts cannot require children to wear face masks. Just a few days into the academic year, though, hundreds of students in Palm Beach County, Florida, have been told to go into quarantine because of COVID-19 cases at their schools. Nearly 700 kids were sent home due to the possible COVID exposure on Tuesday, the first day after school, or the first day of school, followed by 400 on Wednesday, more than 900 on the Thursday, and on Friday, 1,020 in that district. Similarly, in Texas, Republican Governor Greg Abbott said Wednesday that the Texas Disaster Act gives him the power to guide the state through emergencies, and the path forward relies on personal responsibility, not government mandates. So, any school, district, public university, or local government official that decides to defy the order will be taken to court. So he said that on Wednesday and Thursday, well, people started to lawyer up. A number of counties, including Bexar, Dallas, Fort Bend, San Antonio, are going after Abbott, and they have put mask mandates in place. So I want to get your impressions as to these public organizations, these public institutions standing up to the governor's orders and just saying, no, you don't want to mandate it for the state, but for the safety of our employees and our constituents, we're imposing mandates. And they're lawyering up for it. So I want to get your impressions on this.
Lizzie.
Listen, so you guys know that I am no longer teaching at Howard University, but I still have a lot of friends teaching there, loved ones teaching there, including Daria Winter, who is about, the semester starts in a week. Um, Howard has not mandated vaccinations for everyone, but that went into my reasoning about how I was going to function this semester. There is no way in hell, in my mind, we are not ready to be back in the classroom 100% with vaccinations required on a campus where we have students not only coming from all across the country, but all over the world. And we don't know what they're coming into our country with, onto campus with. And I'm not saying that, to be a xenophobe, because I'm clearly not. I am an anti-give Elizabeth Eleanor Newman a disease, a virus. Okay? Like I don't want any of that. And so it went into my decision, with being able to take a job where I can work from home. The majority of classes at Howard this semester, not just Howard, but with a lot of institutions, universities, schools in the States this semester are in person right away. That bothers me.
They are.
Yeah.
That bothers me. Especially in Florida, where you have a governor who is just like, fuck it.
I mean, he's more than just fuck it, though. He's more than he banned
you can't require
the use of masks.
He
banned the requirement of masks.
He's anti-vax,
and the threat
even though
of
their numbers
sanctions.
are skyrocketing. Even though their numbers are skyrocketing. So props to the teachers, props to the educators for taking a stand, because he's not the one that has to be in close proximity to these students.
I mean, he's just reaching. I think he's just reaching out to his constituents, the Trumpers and stuff like that, because he knows these damn bans on restrictions of masks is not going to hold up. It's some nonsense.
But it's mindset, because they're in the camera telling people one thing, but behind the scenes, being the first to get the vaccination, being the first to get treatment. So I don't understand. You guys are fools if you're following this guy. Props to all of the educators, all of the people who are of sound mind in Florida who are like, no, I'm not putting up with this.
Even those are few and far between. Johnny Storm, what do you think?
I feel like it's a good idea that the teachers in the schools are standing up. But I feel like that's kind of been happening. Like even in Atlanta, when there were no mandates and no mask requirements, businesses and certain private owners were still requiring it. So I'm not really surprised. I think it's a smart idea, especially with those numbers. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, quarantining for sure. What do you think, Robbie?
I just feel like we are just we're spiraling. We're doing a Benjamin Button, if you will. We're going backwards.
But the kids that are on quarantine.
Well, I don't understand. Even other GOP countries, other GOP states have, at least said, okay, hey, we're going to figure this out. Let's start getting vaccines. Let's start wearing masks because they're seeing the numbers go up. Florida and DeSantis just don't care. Same thing in Texas.
Doesn't care.
And same thing in Texas. Mm-hmm. Same thing in Texas.
I'm sorry, were you saying something, Jan? Go ahead. You were about to say something?
I think I was talking about, it wasn't really about Rob's question, but I remember the article said something that the kids that were quarantined weren't allowed to participate in school, even virtually. So
that's right. That was one of the caveats.
Wait. So
they don't have the proper systems in place. So these kids, no, it's not a consequence. It's that they don't have the supports built into the system. So these kids have been told to quarantine for 2 weeks. They're not allowed to return to in-school education, but virtual education isn't an option that's available to them. So they're falling behind while they're at home
because of DeSantis.
Horrible.
All right, Robbie, you have 30 seconds. You want to give it to Lizzie?
You want to pass it?
All right.
No, I just wanted to add on to that because with my class of the School of New York Times, I have students all over. And so some of them started school early last week. And I was like, oh, are you guys in person? And the 2 kids from Texas said to me, there is no virtual option. You have to go there was no virtual option for them, which I was just like, how is that even possible? But it's Texas.
Yeah,
it's Texas.
Olivia says, Lizzie, love the sign. Lizzie, she loves your sign. Jose says, think of the children. Latoya Blakely, she was really, really talking it up this one. So she said, SMMFH. I can understand the level of stupidity that goes.
Shaking my motherfucking head. That's what she said. Shaking my motherfucking head. Y'all that don't know.
Okay, what Lizzie said. Said, WTF? How the hell does someone this stupid keep getting reelected? He said, I'm loving the defiance, Lizzie.
And she's. I've always been pissed off that everyone always talks about the protection or how do we keep the students safe. What about us teachers? What about us educators? Like, no one is advocating for our safety at all.
Nobody ever does.
All right.
Always
really short on time. I wanted to get to more of those comments. Sorry about this, guys. We're running out of time. So we're going to get straight into our next topic. Before we go, truth, lies, and shenanigans.
Oh.
Truth and shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans from DeSantis and them. Yeah, I'm just going to say shenanigans.
Damn, that Bama. That Bama.
All right.